What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the RAS Project, real stories from real humans. This is where we debunk the bullshit and fluff and talk about 100% proven tactics and strategies to help you grow your life and business. And of course, my name is Ivan Temelkov, and I am your host. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a new episode of the RAS Project, Monday, December 13th. I've got one favor to ask. Did you find value in this episode? If so, please tell others about the RAS Project. You can subscribe anywhere, literally anywhere on the internet to get the RAS Project. We're actually currently live. I'm doing this live currently. And so, but you can subscribe anywhere on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Pandora. And of course, you can also subscribe to my YouTube channel at youtube.com/, Ivan Temelkov. Lots and lots more episodes of the Roz Project there as well, and past ones that you can check out as well. You got questions, I got answers. If there's something very pressing that you want to talk about, something that you want me to discuss, to share perspective, personal experience on, feel free to drop me an email at ivan@razorsharpdigital.com. And I look forward to covering in a future episode of the Roz Project. And with that being said, I want to jump right into today's topic, and this one is going to be a doozy, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so excited to talk about this today. Episode 162, Life is Short. Life is very short, ladies and gentlemen. And are you living a fulfilling life? Are you living a fulfilling life? Let's talk about that in just a second. But before we do that, you know, over the last couple of weeks, things have been really challenging for me. I had some business travel. Before that, we had the Thanksgiving holiday. I was sick for 3 days also. So a lot of stuff, was happening there. And hence why, if you caught episode 161 of the Roz Project, actually it was recorded from my hotel room while I was on a business trip last week, because even though I was very busy and preoccupied, I did not want to miss another episode. One of the things that I've really strived for in the last 6 years with the Roz Project is to ensure that there is, as best of a consistency as possible to be able to deliver a powerful message to you uh, based on the content that you desires. And I appreciate all of you that have taken interest in the Roz Project, especially recently. I've seen some huge, huge leaps and bounds of a lot of people who have taken interest in the podcast. So I truly appreciate you. You know, the truth is that we will all die one day. There is no way around that. I don't care how you slice it and dice it. We'll all die one day. And this past weekend, so after I got back on Friday, I was out on a business trip for a couple of days to see a client of mine. And after I came back, I wasn't really sure what was going on. I mean, I was tired. My client is in Eastern Standard Time zone, and I'm in Central Standard Time. So I was an hour ahead. So I felt tired, and then of course the weather has been really crazy here in the Midwest. Going from 40 degrees to 70 degrees and back. So the barometric pressure change has really affected me. And so I think this weekend I was just, really kind of stagnant, not very productive. Of course, my wife had different plans, with the family, but I happened to watch a movie this weekend, and what I've discovered too is just that I seem to be very selective about my movies, and the movie that I watched is called The Shack. Characters in that movie include Tim McGraw, let's see, Octavia Spencer, Sam Worthington, and Rhoda Mitchell as well. These are some of the most notable characters. And, I really connected with this movie. And this movie was really a not so distant reminder about the fact that life is short. It's extremely short. And this is a movie, just to kind of give you a snippet about it. Again, the name of the movie is called The Shack. You can watch it on Netflix. It's actually about 4 years old. which I found out this morning. But the movie is about, after the abduction and presumed death of Mackenzie Ellen Phillips's youngest daughter, Missy, Mac, aka Mackenzie, receives a letter and suspects it is from God, asking him to return to the shack where Missy may have been murdered. Now, after contemplating, he leaves his home to go to the shack for the first time since Missy's abduction, and this is where an encounter occurs that will change his life forever. And I think one of the reasons why I connected with this movie so much is just that it was about God, and God has, played a lot of miracles in my own life. I know I don't talk a lot about that, but there's been a lot of miracles in my life that the only explanation that I have is that it's God. And this movie was a not so distant reminder of the fact that life is short, and that's what I want to talk about. In this episode, life is short, and are you living a full life? If you're not living a full life, then why not? And here's some things that you need to consider. Okay, if you feel like you're going about life and life feels empty, life doesn't feel fulfilling, you're not feeling like you're prosperous or happy, well, chances are you're not doing the things that are necessary to live a fulfilling life. And I've been there. I've been there. As someone who was bullied all through high school, as an immigrant, someone who has had cultural and social indifferences, someone who has been an outcast in the past, I know what that feels like. I know what it feels like, to live a life with no meaning, or to think that you have a life with no meaning. And here's the things that I have personally utilized in my own life that I want to share with you that I think can help you find fulfillment in your own life. And it starts with setting goals. A life without goals is an empty hole. A lot of people do not have goals in life, they just coast through it. What is your purpose? Why are you doing what you're doing? When I look at, my life, when I look at my business, I have a purpose. And that purpose is to help people, and the why is because of my family. I want to be able to leave a legacy that hopefully people remember me by, but I want to be able to leave something for my kids as well that hopefully one day they can build upon. Whether it's my business or education or all of that for that matter. But I think a lot of people struggle in defining their purpose. So what is your purpose? Have you discovered your purpose? Risk is something a lot of people don't like to take, and I'll tell you this: there's no such thing as a pain-free life. You have to take risk. And how big of risks are you taking in life and in business? And honestly, I'm here to tell you that the bigger the risk, the bigger the reward. But a lot of people don't understand that you have to take risks. It's just essential as part of life and business. It's a non-negotiable thing. Be resilient. Just keep going no matter what. I mean, there's going to be people out there they're going to laugh at you, they're going to criticize you, they're going to tell you that you're wasting your time, but just be resilient. Have no regrets. You'll do things that you're not proud of. I know I've done things I'm not proud of. I'll be the first to admit it, but that shouldn't stop you. Hence resilience. I think there's a lot of people out there who, get hung up on regrets and the regret things that they have done. And look, we're all human beings. We all have regrets. I'll be the first to admit it. But you shouldn't get hung up on regrets, because if you do, it's going to prohibit you to keep going, keep being proactive, to be able to thrive and grow in your life and in business. And for me personally, I think regrets, because I have regrets, for a period of my life held me from being able to progress. So what I was doing was I was digressing as opposed to progressing. There's something a lot of people don't understand. Are you creating memories? Ladies and gentlemen, memories is how we remember life. If you're not creating memories, find ways to create them. I'll tell you this, I've met people on their deathbeds prior to them passing away, and honestly, When they think back, they think about memories, they think about experiences, you know, and having regrets. Having regrets. I don't know about you, but I don't want to have any regrets. You know, I don't want to have any regrets. I don't want to feel like having any regrets because that's a life with digression, not progression. And a progressive life is how we live, how we thrive, how we grow. Invest in yourself. That is how you're going to reach a more fulfilling life. And this is a big one. Many people want to live a fulfilling, happy, and prosperous life, but they don't understand that unless you invest in yourself, there's no way that you can possibly accomplish any of those things. So, how are you investing in yourself? Personal development, health, fitness. These are all things that I am doing. These are all things that I've done for years, things that I've failed at, things that I've succeeded at. But nonetheless, I have made a valiant investment in myself. And that's what I want you to understand. I want you to understand that you need to invest in yourself. If you can't invest in yourself, there's no way that you're going to be able to thrive and grow in life and in business, let alone being able to help anybody else. And that's a big challenge that I think a lot of people don't understand is that they want to help other people, but they're not helping themselves first. Help yourself first by investing in yourself before going to think about helping others. Life is about priceless moments, embracing those. For me personally, being with my kids and spending time with my family, those are priceless moments. These are moments that you cannot monetize. They don't have a price. They can't put a price tag on them. It's something that you take to your fucking grave. And you need to embrace more of those priceless moments. That's how you live a fulfilling life. Be selective. You know, be selective about what you do, who you are, who you surround yourself with. It's your life. Make wise and bold choices for it benefits you and only you first and foremost. Okay? Be selective. You have every reason to be selective. And I'm telling you this because for a good part of my life, I wasn't selective. I accepted just about anything and everything that came across my way. I accepted people who added no value to my life. I accepted people who did not support me. I accepted people who criticized me in my life. Why would you want to do that? That is in no way advantageous to you. That is in no way going to help you, your life to thrive and grow, and in your business, especially. So be selective about who you invite in your life. Remember, your life is precious. Your life, your time is priceless. Your time is something you're never going to get back. You're never going to get more of. So remember, be selective about who you spend your time with, what you spend your time on. No expectations. A happy, fulfilling, prosperous life is one that carries no expectations from others. The reason why a lot of people are unhappy in life is because they have huge expectations of others. I know, I get it. Been there, done that. You have expectations of your wife, of your husband, of your kids, of your family, of your mother, of your father. But the reality of things is the more expectations you have, the more disappointment you're going to incur. And the reality of things, you're going to get disappointed. I'm telling you that. People will let you down, whether it's intentionally or unintentionally. It sounds silly, it sounds selfish, but have no expectations from anything from anyone. Do things for your own reasons. Be yourself. Individuality is now more than ever far more important. Be yourself no matter what others may think. And there's many people out there, and I'll be the first to tell you, who will hate, doubt, and criticize you. Because being yourself creates uniqueness in the world. We need unique people in the world. We don't need more of the same people in the world. Because unique people move mountains, they change the world. I mentioned this earlier today on my Instagram and Facebook story that one of my most favorite quotes is by Steve Jobs. It goes along the lines of those who are crazy enough to change the world are usually the ones that do. Now, in a mediocre society, people would think you're crazy for being yourself. But I'd rather be crazy and be myself than accepted by most and be mediocre. That's the difference that I want to point out to you. Be yourself. Don't be afraid. What is your legacy? What will you be remembered by? What will remind others of your greatness, of your sorrows, of your pain? What is your legacy? Did you know that most people don't even think about a legacy? They just want to get through life. They just want to get to their fucking job. They just want to get their paycheck. They just want to come home and see their family, their kids, their wife. They just want to drive their fancy car or go home to their big ass house or talk about bullshit on social media because it gives them some level of gratification. What is your legacy? What do you want to leave behind? What do you want to be remembered by? Personally, I want to be remembered by how many people I helped, how I created impact in the world, and how it infused value in an otherwise mediocre society. That is my legacy. That is what I leave behind. Because those are things that I want my kids to remember me by. That's what I want to be remembered by. I want the people that come to my funeral to say, Ivan was a valiant contributor to society, to the world, to the business marketplace. That is my legacy, ladies and gentlemen. I want to ask you, what is your legacy? And if you don't have one, figure it out today, immediately. Look, it's not easy and won't be easy to live a fulfilling life. There will be challenges. If it's easy, something inside you isn't prospering and thriving for more out of life. And challenges will help you grow and become more fulfilled, accomplished, and strategic in everything you do. Did you know that most people avoid challenges because it creates discomfort for them? They like being comfortable. I've been there. Look, I like getting my paycheck every 2 weeks. I like knowing I had money in the bank. But in reality, I was fucking broke. Mentally and financially, I was fucking broke. I had challenges with my first marriage. I had challenges with having kids. I had challenges with those people around me who I thought supported me and encouraged me. And you will too, ladies and gentlemen. All of that and more. But I want you to know something. Challenges are there for a reason. They will help you thrive and grow. They will help you propel to the next level. But you need to embrace those challenges. Be fearless. Keep going. You have every reason to be confident in the things you do. You know, I mentioned this in the beginning of the episode, and if you're just tuning in, we're talking about the fact that life is short and how to live a more fulfilling life. But in case you missed it, I was bullied all through high school. You try fucking with my kids now, and I'll show you what bullying looks like. In fact, I've even taken a strong consideration into become a more valiant pursuant and participator and contributor towards anti-bullying. But here's the thing. For at least 4 years of my life, I wasn't confident. It wasn't because I was incapable of being confident. It was because I allowed the mediocre world, the mediocre society, people less confident than me to infuse fear inside of me so that I would be unable to fully express my confidence. And I don't fully blame them for it. I will tell you that. Because I also didn't believe in myself enough to be confident enough. And I'm telling you that you have every fucking reason to be confident. Every fucking reason. Because life is simply beautiful in every way, ladies and gentlemen. You're here for a reason. Your life is what you make of it, and it's your responsibility to do so. Your existence is temporary, though, until you punch the clock one last time. And we all do that. That day will come. I have seen people on their deathbeds. I've heard them talk about regrets, talk about experiences, talk about priceless memories. Do you want to be happier? Do you want to be more fulfilled? Do you want to be more prosperous? Do you want to reach heights that you could only imagine? I've been and I am on this road. This is why I'm sharing this with you. In 1 year, I scaled to over 6 figures in revenue with my business. In 1 year, I was able to change a relationship. I was able to get more out of family, be happier, be more fulfilled, be more resilient, be more prosperous, invested in myself. But you have to do all the things and more that I shared in this episode if you want to reach new heights. But it's up to you, ladies and gentlemen. It's up to you. Nobody else. Nobody else is going to do it for you. Nobody is coming. It's up to you to take that initiative. Now, the real question, the real challenge is, will you live a more fulfilling, prosperous, and happier life? And how are you going to do it? I love to talk with you. I love to learn about your journey. Let me know. Reach out to me anywhere on social media. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, I would greatly, greatly appreciate it if you tell others about the RAS Project. Share a review on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Pandora, YouTube, wherever. I would greatly appreciate it. And once again, you can subscribe anywhere to get this episode and future episodes or past episodes of the RAS Project. I hope you have an amazing rest of your Monday, amazing rest of your week. And until next time, take care. Bye-bye.